Hello everyone, my name is Young Falcon and welcome to my breakdown of the E3 press conferences of Square Enix and Microsoft for 2021. Let's start with Microsoft and all the great, wonderful stuff they showed off for the most part during the press conference. Now, sadly I couldn't record my live reactions mainly because, I was asleep, but when I got into it and started looking into, all the stuff that was dropping, yeah, it was a pretty good affair. I'd give it a solid like 8 out of 10 to, spoil you guys a little bit, but from the games that really stood out to me, it looked really awesome. I really love the fact that all of these were quote-unquote console Game Pass exclusive. Overall, it's a really, really awesome showcase. I thought it was pretty fun. My favorite games from there that really stood out to me was obviously s.ta.l.k.e.r 2, right? We gotta talk about s.ta.l.k.e.r 2. I've been really interested in the s.ta.l.k.e.r franchise for quite some time, and I've been following it and playing them on and off, and I think 2 looks incredible. The gameplay looks a lot more frenetic, a lot more fast, a little bit more visceral as well. The explosions, the particle effects, of the way physics are interacting with those things looked sick. There was like a scene where he threw a grenade at a bunch of bad guys or bandits or whatever, and it blew up and all the shrapnel kind of flew at him and the camera cuts. That was really awesome. There's some cool stuff they're doing with exploration too, where he's actually like actively checking for anomalies, and it seems like treasure in the anomalies too, where he's like throwing, it looks like a metal ore or something of that nature to trigger anomalies so that way he doesn't get sucked in and explode, right? Things like that are sick, and the way the gameplay made it look was really, really fun. They even had the attachment system for like Crisis, and I thought that was awesome. So s.ta.l.k.e.r 2 looked like a pretty standout time. Another great thing we have to talk about is obviously Starfield, right? We gotta confirm that, yeah, that game is an Xbox console exclusive. Like, they really went and did it. This is a Bethesda-owned title that is exclusive to Microsoft. And then we get showered with the Xbox Game Pass console exclusives. They hit you with Yakuza 7. They hit you with Hades. They hit you with Back 4 Blood. Possibly Battlefield 2042, later down the line after it leaves the EA Play Pro vault and whatnot. But then they hit you with 12 minutes and a release date finally. Same with Psychonauts 2 and a release date. All of these games looked incredible. Not really much to really comment on because, they're pretty short and we've been seeing these games over and over. But it's nice to know that some of them are finally coming out, right? It's awesome. Even Elder Scrolls Online is getting like enhanced console editions. And of course, it's on Game Pass if you guys ever want to give it a shot. Fallout 76, which apparently is their most played game on Game Pass, which boggles my mind, but I guess it's, gotten that much better over these years, is also, on Game Pass, and it's coming with brand new expansions. I guess the Pit's the next one, and that's pretty exciting stuff, right? I think they're doing a great job of turning some bad games around, and, maybe it's a little bit of thanks to Microsoft and Bethesda, and those teams were really working hard on that. So, yeah, I can't really complain. For me, my biggest takeaway was it's got to be Halo Infinite, right? It's got to be. Halo Infinite, its campaign is still a little mum, still a little quiet, but I think I like it because of that. They're not talking too much about the story and stuff, and I'm perfectly okay. I want to go in there as blind as possible because I want to go in there hoping it's fresh, right? I want to make sure they don't have anything related to I guess the last like 343 games like Halo 4 and 5. I hope it's just a complete kind of mini retcon reboot, if you will. And if they do that, I'm going to be completely satisfied. But the multiplayer they showed off was insane. It looks like we have single-use equipment items now, kind of similar to Halo 3. And the stuff they were doing with them was insane, dude. They had grappling hooks and sniper rifle shots. That looks great. They had an ability to let you see enemies through walls, like a sonar dart, which was awesome. Very Titanfall-esque if you've ever played Titanfall 2 with a sonar kunai thing. And then, of course, throw a plasma grenade or frag grenade or whatever to blow enemies up and, flush them out. That's awesome, dude. And it just looks great, 120 FPS support on consoles, and again, a holiday release window. Now, is it coming out this holiday? I really don't believe it's happening, man. I still think Halo Infinite is getting delayed till possibly next year. I will say the game does look a lot better than when they first showed it. Like, it feels like it has a lot more life put into it. The texture work is definitely improved, especially the hit sparks and particle effects and the way that the melee is there. The only thing that was missing was the ragdoll. I think that's kind of a Halo staple, right? I kind of hope the ragdoll's there. It looks like they whacked enemies that kind of just crumpled. I still hope they go flying a little bit. I may have to rewatch the trailer, but just a little mini note. It's nothing like egregious, but it is like those tiny things that really make Halo Halo to me. So I hope they keep that in the multiplayer and stuff. We'll have to wait and see. But it being free to play is sick, dude. And I know it's a little, cringy, but I really do hope there's like a Halo Battle Royale mode. I think that'd be a ton of fun to experience and play. Like, imagine being a Spartan, having to like gather overshield armor and have, gather things and fight other Spartans in a Battle Royale Halo environment. I'd have fun with that, honestly, but that's just me. And one of my other 2 games that really like stood out, or I guess 3 technically, was Shredders, the extreme snowboarding Game Pass title, which looks really fun. And I'm always a fan of those extreme games. I just really want to, mention it so you guys check it out. It looks really sick. It's got a really nice art style kind of thing, and it feels kind of like those mid-2000s simulation, extreme sports games like snowboarding and Shaun White and stuff like that. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I definitely love those types of games, and it looks really fun. And then you had Atomic Heart, which I've been waiting for this for like years, man. It feels like it just keeps coming out with new gameplay content finally. We're past the teaser phase, and now we're into full-on, it's not vaporware, this game is going to come out eventually. But this time with Game Pass support and backing, and also, it looks really sick. They showed off some new enemy types. There's like these new humanoid robots, and they still got all the creepy, crawly, kind of like visceral, veiny monsters in there too. It looks really intriguing, and I can't wait to get my hands on it, man. Replaced was the game that took everyone by storm. I think this is a standout indie game art direction style. I couldn't really tell what was going on in the trailer, but it looked really interesting. Side-scrolling, of course, had that cyberpunk noir feel. Sign me up. I'm there, man. I cannot wait to check it out. Very mysterious, but looks like a ton of fun. Eiyuden Chronicle, the 100 Heroes, if you will, and it looks like a JRPG with an HD 2D kind of engine, and yeah, sign me up once again. Very awesome. The character designs and stuff very much reminiscent of Suikoden, if you guys remember that franchise. Gosh, I feel like it's been years since I've been able to talk about that one. But yeah, it had a Suikoden vibe, you know, with all these heroes you get to play. I'm sure they're gonna have branching stories and paths that affect the main story. You know, that's very Suikoden-esque. So I hope it's taking inspiration from that franchise, because that'd be really cool to see in a modern kind of age. Downside is it's at 2023. That's a bit of a wait, you know, that's a little bit farther away. But hey, it's a Kickstarter game. I'm gonna let them slide. I'm sure it's gonna be all great. And they even have a hack-it-slash Metroidvania style kind of game to hold us over for 2022. So hey, y'all do you. I'm big chillin'. Outer Worlds 2 got announced with a very kind of cheesy, campy reveal trailer saying that, yeah, we don't really have gameplay, but we got the CGI trailer. I know people are mad about CGI trailers. We'll talk a little bit about that later in the video, but, you know, I thought it was fine, right? It's a cool way to get people hype, and it looks fine. And then Forza Horizon 5 got this incredible in-gameplay demo, and it looks insanely impressive, man. The particle effects of them ripping through the dirt-covered roads of Mexico. You had this beautiful beachscape they kept showing off. There's these volcano sections, and it looks just stunning. Like, the game truly felt next-gen already. You could even tell, I could even tell that it was gameplay at first. I thought it was in-engine. There's a shot they lingered on that was like this foresty kind of area with this water running, and I really thought it was in-engine, and it wasn't. It was like they transitioned the gameplay like it was nothing. It blew my mind. So yeah, good stuff to them for that. And the final big reveal was Redfall, Arcane Studios' new Vampire Slayer immersive FPS game. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's Arcane Studios, so of course it's going to be a banger. I know people are sad because it's a CGI trailer, and it was a pretty lengthy one at that. And yeah, that's a little frustrating and annoying. You know, CGI trailers are kind of overdone in the Microsoft conferences, in my opinion. They really do have to cut back on them. But there was a lot of gameplay here to balance it out, and I feel like they kind of earned it. Like, it's Arcane Studios, for example. They don't really miss. Like, they always make really standout titles, in my opinion. I don't think I've played a single mediocre Arcane Studios game. Like, they're that good. All their games are solid works. So for them to show off just CGI, I'm chilling, dog. Like, I think it's just fine, right? It's just whatever. So yeah, Redfall looks really cool. They have a lot of interesting, diverse character designs too. There's like this really cool alt black girl in there, and she's doing all sorts of awesome stuff, man. I can't wait. I really can't wait. We're in a really good era for Xbox, and of course, everything being on Game Pass day one, like, that's so sick to me. It's a real reason for you to keep up with the Xbox, and it has so many awesome titles and expansions and DLC packs that are getting announced, and all of them are coming straight to Game Pass and stuff, and it's great. It's a really great way to push this new future of gaming. It's really insane. It's incredible stuff that they're doing. We have Square Enix, man, and Square Enix was some hot garbage. I don't know how else to describe this. It was the worst press conference, bar none, in the last like 10 plus years of E3. It was bad. Let's start off with Guardians of the Galaxy. I think Guardians of the Galaxy looked awful. It doesn't look good, especially after being burned by Avengers. I have zero faith that this game's going to be fun, and they don't even have an online co-op from what I've heard. It's all like AI-controlled teammates and stuff. The storyline sounded extremely generic and not fun. The character designs are all over the place, especially Peter Quill's design. It looks absolutely disgusting. Then they gave us Final Fantasy Origins, you know, 1 through 6. Okay, all right, let's go Final Fantasy 1 through 6 for Steam and mobile. And then they had to go and mess that up by saying we have to pay for every single game individually for mobile and Steam. And they don't even know if they're ROMs or not. We don't know if it's ROMs or if they're the mobile ports of these games that have already been out, or if it's one giant collection. It's not even a collection. It's split different pieces of the puzzle. And then Life is Strange segment, and the remaster doesn't even look good. Nothing's remastered. Nothing's touched up. They literally just turned the contrast up and down. And then Babylon's Fall. right? And you know, I'm a platinum guy. You all know I'm a platinum guy. I've played every single platinum game through completion. I love these games, man. And you know, they've been letting me down. And this right here is probably the biggest letdown of them all. They took out everything that they showed in the 2019 gameplay trailer. All of it's gutted, gone, removed. All the Thankfully, we got Final Fantasy Origins out of this, a Stranger of Chaos or something like that. And it looks okay. You know, it's a Team Ninja joint project. You know Team Ninja, they go crazy with it, right? So I'm fine. I'm chilling with Team Ninja. They usually make incredible titles, and it's definitely got Neo vibes. The main characters' designs are all over the place, but I like it. I'm sure they'll explain it. And I thought the core combat system looks like a lot of fun. You know, they're beating up on enemies. You know, it looked like a platinum game. It generally looked more platinum than the platinum game we saw. So I'm happy. But gosh, man, does that press conference suck? It was bad. The only, and I kid you not, the only good announcement was, no joke, Stranger of Chaos, and it's getting a demo. That is incredible. That you had one good, not great, not incredible, not like I'm super hyped, just, all right, I'll check it out. Announcement. Are you kidding me, Square? Let's stop. That was not worthy of a press conference. This brings me to my final point before we end the video. Stop it. Stop getting people's hopes up. Stop building up this hype. When you do these press conferences, just drop the Twitter trailers. Sometimes it really is. Just drop the trailer out of nowhere, out of the blue during E3 week, just like Summer Game Fest. Because building up to a press conference like that, it's just always setting you up for disappointment. The account went on private, guys. The account went on private. It was bad. So that's going to do it for my press conference review. If you want a grade, I would give Microsoft a solid B+, about a B+, B-. You know, a little too much CGI, but a lot of gameplay and stuff did look really incredible. And the games have been delivering usually, so I'm not too mad. With Xbox, they usually deliver, so I'm not too upset. And they got Bethesda in there and Arcane and all of them. Moving on from that aspect, Square Enix gets a solid F, straight up. The worst conference I've seen in forever. It was bad. It was barely a conference. Not even a hint of Final Fantasy news that wasn't Stranger Chaos. Not even, no FF16, no FF72, none of that. I know people, it's too soon. Nah, dog. I'm gonna need some of that. I'm gonna need some of that after what they just showed me. So hopefully, Sony's conference, they have more, maybe something of that nature. We'll have to wait and see. But that's my thoughts right now. Overall, pretty fun day, pretty fun announcements. Xbox is killing it. I have so much to look forward to in these coming months, especially this summer. Like this summer alone, we're gonna banger upon bangers dropping. So good stuff to them. But personally speaking, it was all right. Yeah, it was all right. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I wish you all the best. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Make sure you guys have a wonderful day. And if you want to keep it locked to E3 coverage, I'll be back Tuesday. You guys know where to find me. Subscribe to this channel. Please turn on notifications so you guys, you know, don't miss out on these videos. And of course, wish you guys a great day. Have an awesome time and peace.